Coverage you can count on. This is KCBD News Channel 11 at 10.
Gunshots rippling through a crowd and a former president shot. Trump met with bullets during his rally this evening in Pennsylvania in what is now being investigated as an assassination attempt. Good evening and thank you for joining us. I'm Madeline Hall. New details continue to come to light tonight after that shooting just outside Pittsburgh. 2 people are dead, the gunman and an audience member. 2 spectators are critically injured. The former president is okay. Alice Barr is in Milwaukee, where the Republican National Convention will begin Monday with a look at what we know so far.
Former President Trump is safe tonight after a horrifying moment, an apparent assassination attempt at his rally in Butler County, Pennsylvania. The former president writing on Truth Social that he was shot with a bullet that pierced the upper part of his right ear.
It just went pop, 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 pop. And then as I was staring straight ahead, I looked across and I didn't see anything, so I looked back at President Trump, and that's when he went down.
The U.S. Secret Service says it neutralized the shooter, who is now dead. 1 spectator was killed, 2 others critically injured. The Secret Service saying the shooter fired several shots from an elevated position outside the secured rally venue. The former president had just started speaking shortly after 6 when loud pops rang out. He reached for his ear and dropped to the platform behind the podium as Secret Service agents rushed the stage and surrounded him. Blood could be seen on his right ear running down his cheek toward his mouth, and he pumped his fist to the crowd as he was hustled to a waiting SUV. Former President Trump thanking law enforcement and offering condolences to the person who was killed and those injured. President Biden addressing the nation.
There's no place in America for this kind of violence. It's sick. It's sick. It's one of the reasons why we have to unite this country. We cannot allow for this to be happening. We cannot be like this.
As lawmakers and Americans from both sides of the aisle send prayers for healing and for peace. In Milwaukee, Alice Barr, NBC News.
As we just heard, reactions are pouring in this evening. President Biden addressed the nation, condemning the shooting and offering his prayers for his opponent.
But the bottom line is that the Trump rally was a rally that he should have been able to be conducted peacefully without any problem. But the idea that there's political violence or violence in America like this is just unheard of. It's just not appropriate. And everybody must condemn it.
Former President George W. Bush also offering his condolences, calling the attack cowardly and commending the Secret Service's response. Lubbock Congressman Jody Arrington described it as a disastrous day for the country and an attack on the entire republic. Lubbock State Representative Dustin Burrows also offered his prayers, saying, quote, "Thank God the assassination attempt against President Trump was unsuccessful." Lubbock State Representative Carl Tepper echoing Representative Burrows in his prayers for safety and thanks to law enforcement, adding that, quote, "The hyperbole about Donald Trump has gone too far for too long. In reality, he's not a very controversial figure. Low taxes and low regulations and American values and culture. His core beliefs seem to offend some nowadays, but not most."